Help keep this stream alive. Patreon.com/SoundsLikeVideos.
Doesn't seem to be. I didn't notice it buffering, so it's not too bad.
Help keep this stream alive. Patreon.com/SoundsLikeVideos.
We'll go on when the clock gets down to 0, Chris. Because they're not going to do it again.
Help keep this stream alive. Patreon.com/SoundsLikeVideos. Help keep this stream alive. Patreon.com/SoundsLikeVideos.
That they had back when they played Lakeland. Yeah. I think so.
Help keep this stream alive. Patreon.com/SoundsLikeVideos.
1,000 different fouls in this game, with this crew especially. This will take 2 hours.
Help keep this stream alive. Patreon.com/SoundsLikeVideos. Help keep this stream alive. Patreon.com/SoundsLikeVideos.
Yeah, drop my roster. Can you grab it from James? Yeah, he can't reach it.
Help keep this stream alive. Patreon.com/SoundsLikeVideos. 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 Help keep this stream alive. Patreon.com/SoundsLikeVideos.
I dropped my roster when you fat asses were trying to get out. So it's down there. So now I'm going to use it.
Help keep this stream alive. Patreon.com/SoundsLikeVideos. Help keep this stream alive. Patreon.com/SoundsLikeVideos. help keep this stream alive. Patreon.com/SoundsLikeVideos.
Good evening, everybody from Sherwood High School. We welcome you back as we are about ready for our two varsity games. Spencer Edwards, James Hinkle, Chris Ramirez. We are here live from Cass County, Missouri tonight, are we, James, here at Sherwood High School? Creighton, Missouri, I guess would be the town here.
Yeah. Well, this school is made up of what? Creighton, Urick,
and Garden City. Yeah,
So,
yeah, the tri-town area there with those three little towns and folks over here at Sherwood. We appreciate all of their hospitality. The tech guy came over here and helped us out get set up. Of course, we want to give a special shout-out to Mr. Frazier as well, the athletic director over here at Sherwood. He does an outstanding job, and we appreciate his support. So we are glad to be here for our special coverage. Again, we appreciate your support on Patreon. This kind of is our Patreon games here tonight. We encourage people to give if you like the coverage going towards next season for Windsor football.
that's right. I mean, part of the reason why we're here tonight is we want to continue to do Windsor sports.
Yes.
But unfortunately, these things cost money. There's no ifs, ands,
Really?
or
I
buts
didn't know
about
that,
yeah.
man. That's
I mean,
a shame.
The cost of gas has gone up.
Yeah, it is.
You know,
Yeah, it is.
last year it was a little cheaper to get to these games, but this year it's not. And our goal is to cover more Windsor sports, and that means football.
And we enjoy covering it. That's the thing,
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
for our viewers. We really enjoy doing this. It's about giving the kids a showcase and allowing folks at home to be able to watch this. You know, we have a lot of folks out of the state which otherwise would not be able to watch. Family members, friends, you name it. So this allows us to be able to do that, but in order to do this, we do have to have financial support. So we are just about ready to go here in our girls' game. We'll have the boys' game coming up for you right after this one as well here tonight. This will be our second Windsor telecast this year. We actually did Windsor earlier this year when they played up at Lakeland.
Yeah.
So the Windsor girls come in here tonight with a record of 1-10 on the season. Their only win was against Lexington. And then this Sherwood team, their opponent tonight, the Lady Marksmen, coming into the contest with a record of 6-4 on the season.
We have seen these Sherwood girls
Yeah,
play
we've seen
one other
Sherwood,
time.
right.
Opening game for Lakeland was right here.
Yeah, and we actually saw them against Clinton, too.
Yeah.
So
well,
Sherwood-
you were at
Yeah,
that
we-
game.
right. Yeah,
I
you-
was not. I was
Yeah.
somewhere else.
You guys had them here against Windsor, or against Lakeland, as you said, in the opener, and then they actually came up and played Clinton actually a couple weeks ago, I think. That was that special event they had for cancer, raising money for cancer awareness that night for the boys' game. It was really a neat event.
Yeah. I think Frankie Jackson put that together, the new head
Yes.
coach for Clinton.
Yeah, they did a very good job with that, him and Coach Monaco. And Coach Monaco came over and talked with us about that as well during that game. So the starting lineups tonight for the Windsor Lady Greyhounds first. They're going to have starting at guard number 3, Alexis Millington, followed by number 25. That is Bryn Tallman. And then number 1, Leah Pushin, will start at the other guard, followed by number 11, Kaylee Burkhalter. And then you'll have also out there starting at guard, looks like number 3, and that is Alexis Millington, as Sherwood will start the ball game here with the basketball as they win the opening tip. Donnie Mays, the head coach for Windsor. And at the helm for Sherwood is Levi Schrock. Oh, and there's a block. Well, that's an excellent job defensively by Rebecca Riffley, getting back there to get that block. Then she brings it up the floor, spots up, and misses the jump shot. A battle for the rebound inside. Sherwood got it back, but Kanzler misses the putback, but then a foul is called underneath, so it'll be our first foul of the ball game. But yeah, James, that Sherwood game, I was actually going to go back and look at the score on that when they played Clinton earlier in the season.
I think the girls won.
I believe so. Yeah, I'd have to double check that score on that.
The girls won. Sherwood girls won that one, and the boys lost on that competition.
Well, you are incorrect on the girls' side. That was the 52-51 game that Sherwood won at the end. That was where Mercedes Brown almost got a steal and hit the game-winning
That's right.
shot. but Sherwood actually blocked the shot. So, yeah, that was that crazy game. But, yeah, the Clinton boys won big against Sherwood earlier in the year. But, yeah, that was one of the closest games we've had this year, Clinton girls and Sherwood girls, 52-51.
Well, did you see the Lakeland game last night? You can't get any closer than that.
Yeah, that was our closest Lakeland game as a 3 there from Ripley. So that's a good-looking shot. Knocks it down from long range as Windsor able to beat the pressure here. An air ball from Leah Pushin on the shot. Rebound for Sherwood. So Lady Marksman playing with good pace so far. Up here early 3-0 with 6:34 left in the first quarter. So they get it on the reversal back out top. Ripley, their best player, she's going to look to score quite a bit tonight. Throws that one out of bounds. Kind of passed up a 15-foot jumper there. Probably could have taken that open look. Instead, tried to dump it off inside. Leads to the turnover. It's deflection in the backcourt. A near steal. Millington got it across the timeline, but then dribbles it out of bounds. So that'll be another turnover for the Lady Greyhounds. Windsor, of course, plays in the K-Singer Conference. Sherwood plays in the Ozark Highlands Conference. That is El Dorado Springs, Butler, Buffalo, Warsaw. It's a pretty good conference on the basketball side of things. So a missed 3 in the corner. Sherwood able to get the rebound, though. Another offensive board for the Lady Marksmen. And there's an and one. Shot is good underneath by the 4 of Carson Kanzler. And she'll draw the foul. So the foul coming up here, it looks like going to be on Windsor, the 25 there of Tallman. So that'll lead us to a timeout. We'll be back with the free throw right after this here on Sounds Like Videos.
Help keep this stream alive. Patreon.com/Sounds Like Videos.
We're back live here from Sherwood High School. Spencer Edwards, James Hinkle, glad you could be with us here on Sounds Like Videos tonight for our special coverage. This is our Patreon game featuring Windsor and Sherwood, 2 teams we don't normally cover, of course, throughout the year. But since, as you said, no other games tonight with Lakeland and Clinton, we had an open date. We will be back on the air tomorrow night with Lakeland basketball, as they will be at home, doubleheader there against Archie. So early lead here for Sherwood, 5-0 with 5:40 to go in the first quarter. Lady Greyhounds trying to get on the board here. And pass a little bit too high, stolen away. Nice play made, with Sherwood's played some good defense so far, James, particularly inside.
Yeah, they have. They play tough. They play 4 quarters. I know the games that we have seen them play, they've played very well. Of course, they came out victorious in Clinton.
There's a nice shot. Knocked down 15-footer by Mackenzie Rufner. So that'll add to the lead. It's now 7-0 Sherwood. And there's a steal. Riffle with the steal at midcourt. They got a 2-on-2 at the other end. Shot no good, but they get another offensive rebound, and a foul is drawn. That's a nice job in there with the box out. Sadie McCullough getting the rebound for Sherwood, and she will earn herself a trip to the charity stripe here. So that foul going against the 23 of Candace Scott for Windsor. 2 shots. First one on the way, no good here for McCullough. It's a pretty young Sherwood team, James. They only have 1 senior on this roster. So very sophomore-dominant team for Coach Schrock.
Young team, but the nice thing about that is these girls are going to get plenty of playing time, plenty of practice on, how to play the game in competition. So by the time that they're seniors, you're probably going to see a pretty good Windsor team.
And going to get a late foul call there. It's going to be 2 shots coming up for Millington at the line. So they're going to give that foul to Riffle, her first. Team foul 1 on Sherwood. So Alexis Millington, sophomore guard, to the line, misses the first. So Windsor still trying to break the ice here and get on the board. As we have Danielle Ashby into the game now for Windsor, number 20. The second free throw, no good. And you can see Rebecca Ripley, she's very solid guard for this Sherwood team. Does a good job dribbling with her head up, has very good court vision. Already has a couple assists in the ball game as we get a jump ball down on the baseline. Possession arrow is going to favor Windsor. So they will be throwing it in here. See if Sherwood sticks with the full court pressure. It's been pretty effective so far. 5 turnovers to this point for Windsor. A little 1-2-2. So they get a little bit of a trap there at midcourt. Windsor able to get it across. Ball tapped out of bounds there. It's going to stay with Windsor, but really most of the shots inside for Sherwood have been those low post feeds. They haven't really shot the ball much from the outside. Really, neither one of these teams. Actually, I don't think either team has attempted a 3 yet.
No three-pointers yet.
And the Windsor trying to get things set up here. And there's a 3 right on cue as Millington knocks down the triple. So first 3 of the ball game there for Windsor, and that'll get them on the board. It's a good-looking shot there on that swing pass on the kick-out from Millington. A little bit of a zone here now from Windsor. Looks like 2-3. It's Ripley on the reversal. Good entry pass down on the low post, and shot from the left block. No good, but another rebound for Sherwood where they've been controlling the offensive glass. And a foul down along the baseline. I believe they're going to get Ashby for the foul on the hand check. So that's going to be her first team foul, 4 on Windsor. Ripley gets hammered in the corner on the 3. So 3 shots coming up for Rebecca Riffle. Spotting up, taking that shot. Windsor knows they got to be able to stop her. Are they to call that on the floor?
It appears to be so.
Interesting, as we get a sub coming into the game.
Gonna have a little conference here, make sure they got everything.
Yeah, I'm going to say something. Originally it was on the shot, I think, but now they're going to have a conversation.
You know, I'd rather see them take the time, make sure they get everything right.
Sub getting ready to come in here for Windsor.
Yeah.
Is going to be the 15 of Aubrey Evans. And official coming over to the scorer's table here. And we are about to get our result here, I believe.
Mm-hmm. So it's number 20. That'll be her second.
So, evidently, they called that on the floor on Ashby.
You know, officiating basketball games is probably one of the toughest. I mean, football, you're away from the crowd, but here you're right up there against them. So,
shot on the offensive rebound. Again, another offensive rebound for Sherwood as they add to the lead. Kanzler with 5 now in the game, and it's a 10-3 lead for the Lady Marksmen. Down to 2:50 left here in the first quarter. So we're going to get a foul up at midcourt. Reach-in foul picked up by Bailey Turner for Sherwood. Yeah, one of the reasons why there is an officiating shortage in the state of Missouri, because it is not an easy job.
No, absolutely
we
not.
have a lot of spectator officials that sit at some of these games, and it makes it kind of tough on officials. You know, a lot of the people just don't want to put up with the crowd, you know, and you can't blame them. Some of these places, the crowd can get on these officials, and as you said, James, they do a good as job as possible. You know, they're part-time refs. It's not their full-time job, you know, in high school sports. So you have to have that understanding as a fan, certainly, where they do the best they can for sure, and they get most of the calls right. You know, you're going to miss a few, but you're going to get most of them right. As we get a timeout here on the floor, we'll be back right after this. All Sherwood so far here on Sounds Like Videos.
Help keep this stream alive. Patreon.com/SoundsLikeVideos.
Back here live from Sherwood High School. We've got a boys game coming up for you after this. I want to thank our outstanding sponsors there, as you can see up on the screen. Silhouettes, State Farm Insurance, Davin Newman. Also support your booster club. Check us out on Patreon as well. I want to thank the fine folks at MVP Auto Glass, as you saw there down on the square in Clinton. And again, this is our Patreon broadcast tonight. Again, we encourage folks to give on Patreon, a special broadcast for hopefully future support of Windsor sports here on the channel.
Right. I want to do an extra shout out to Stan Tabor for
Yes.
getting us all hooked up to the internet. He came in from home, drove in to make sure that we could get our laptop connected to the Wi-Fi properly and able to stream this.
Yeah, and as we said at
he
the top,
saved the day, really.
Yeah, at the top of the broadcast also, we mentioned Mr. Frazier over here, but he's the AD at Sherwood and does a fantastic job, and we appreciate his support tonight here as well. The second time we've been over here this year to Sherwood as we get a jumper up and in. Boy, everything going in for Sherwood as Chancellor knocks another one down. So she's got 7. And now they get a near steal. Oh, good hustle. Wow, what a play. Is crashing into the bench there to save that. Inbounds was McCullough. And then the finish for Turner.
So if you like these great plays you're seeing here from, we will do a highlight reel that will release probably sometime tomorrow. And then one other thing that we've been doing is at the end of the week, I'll go back through all the highlights and pick out 10 of the best plays and make a top 10. So keep an eye out for that.
And that was one right there, I think, that's going to be put on the highlight reel, James. I mean, McCullough, headlong dive, crashing into the bench, able to save that in, and it leads to a basket for Sherwood. So those are just kind of the hustle plays there that coaches love to see. Coach Schrock for Sherwood got to be very pleased with the way his team has played. It's been a dominant first quarter.
Yeah. And you know, these girls, the Sherwood girls, they play so well together. I mean, they're just, it's like they get into each other's heads and they know where they're going to be at. So, I mean, it's just...
Burkhalter going to take the triple, miss that, and the rebound for Sherwood. Chancellor pulls down the rebound. Good pass, and McCullough takes a hard fall there as she draws the foul inside. But Sherwood, yeah, they're just getting out, running, rebounding the ball well, playing good defense. They've put it all together so far.
She hit the floor hard and came right back up. I thought we're going to have to take time out.
Well, McCullough, though, you can tell she's one of those players. She's one of those toughness players because we just saw her make that dive into the bench, and then she takes another fall there. But she's one of those types of players that doesn't really care about the contact, and she's just going to bounce right back up. McCullough able to hit the first, so bonus. Well, not quite bonus. That was the 6th-team foul on Windsor. First personal picked up on Millington. So Sherwood almost into the 1-and-1. The second one good for McCullough, as she'll check out of the ball game. So some good minutes for her there. She gets a well-deserved breather. Kennedy Diggs into the game now for Sherwood. So they stay with that 2-2-1 there, trying to get the trap at the wing. Windsor able to get it across. 40 seconds to go here in the first quarter, and a long three, no good for Tallman. Here's Turner at the other end, good pass, and the layup is good. Inside there for Lily Connor off the assist from Bailey Turner. 20-3 lead here for Sherwood as we come down to the end of the first. We get a foul called inside with 22.6 left here in the first quarter. Again, we are unfortunately without our score clock tonight due to the positioning of the scoreboards here, so try our best to keep you updated on the time.
The one we can see is actually obstructed by a goal, so...
Still have our Jim Raysik scoreboard, though, up there as well.
And of course, we've got Chris Ramirez running production.
And we're going to get a foul here as a rebound to Connor, and then they're going to say she was pushed, so that will get Sherwood into the bonus now. 17 fouls on Windsor. And that'll be the first personal picked up by Aubrey Evans of Windsor. Connor missing the front end of the 1-and-1. Rebound into the hands there of Windsor. Final 17 seconds here of the first quarter. We'll see if Windsor can get the final shot. As they break the pressure, Windsor's done a pretty good job handling the pressure. They just can't get anything set up once they get it across in the half court. There's another steal here. Down to 3 seconds. And not going to get it off. So Sherwood looked like they were going to have a shot there, but Candace Hill never got it off. So after our first quarter here in our girls game, all Sherwood in this one. We'll be back with quarter number 2 action right after this.
Help keep this stream alive. Patreon.com/Sounds Like Videos.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. James Hinkle here, Sounds Like Videos. Want to just say thanks to Sherwood, Mr. Frazier. They've been very accommodating, helping us out. I think they were excited for us to be here tonight, and we're excited to be here for them as
Absolutely.
well.
Yeah, absolutely. And we, we've done Sherwood a little bit, just how it's fallen on the schedule. Of course, we had them during football season. They came up. Coach Carney played Clinton this year, his former team, during the football season.
They played Windsor.
And they played Windsor, too. No, Sherwood played...
They didn't play Clinton.
They played Windsor. You're right. Yeah, they played Windsor at Clinton. That's right. That's what it was. Yeah.
That was the first round of districts.
We need to get a matchup, though, between Sherwood and Clinton.
I would love to see Clinton and Sherwood play.
We're wanting to see a Clinton-Sherwood football matchup. That would be a good matchup, I think. Still working on that. Maybe Coach Carney will get that one on the schedule maybe next year.
Clinton is playing Butler.
Yes. Yeah.
Which is part of the conference that Sherwood's in. So...
Yeah, that was the second year in a row that Windsor has played at Clinton in football this year to start the playoffs against Sherwood due to the field conditions. Of course, we had all that rain back during that time during the football season. So substitution here for Windsor is going to be Millington.
Yeah, Clinton's got that nice facility over there. Wish they'd update their press box, but...
I was going to say, maybe we can get that on the list, too. Get a deflection here.
I doubt it.
By Clinton, or by Windsor, I should say, on the tip. So it's going to stay with Sherwood underneath. Well, that's where you never know, though, that football foundation they've got going over there. I think they had pretty good success with that this year. So keep chipping away, keep adding some to the pot. That's what we're asking folks to do tonight, too. Every little bit counts.
Absolutely. And one thing, speaking of this, we're going to do later on, I haven't got the different tiers up yet, but if you have a business or even a home-based business and you want to be a sponsor, if you contribute to the Patreon, then you'll be part of our broadcast. And there's a nice teamwork right there.
And Coach Mays here, as you can see, bottom of your screen, talking to the official, he thought that Kansler was out of bounds on that, but she saved it in, made a great pass, and they get the layup. And now here's another steal and a layup from McCullough, who's had a huge first half, now with 11. And Sherwood pouring it on here, 26-3, 6:45 to go before the half, as we're going to get a reach-in foul here up at the midcourt stripe. But Sherwood, they have been relentless, James, with this pressure. Defensively, it's caused a lot of havoc out there. 12 Windsor turnovers so far.
Well, you know, one thing that makes a difference in your teams is the conference you play in. And they're in the Ozark Highlands. Now, this team is going to play El Dorado Springs, who's always good in girls basketball.
Yeah, El Dorado's the clear-cut team in this league. Yeah, no doubt about it on the girls' side as we get another steal here for McCullough. She's been all over the place. 5 steals for her. She's going to go right back to the free throw line here to shoot 2. So 8 team fouls now picked up here on the Lady Greyhounds. It's the first personal on Leah Pushin. And McCullough got the roll on the first free throw. Yeah, boys' side of this league, I'm not sure who the top team is. Warsaw's not too good. I'd say Butler. Butler boys are probably the best team in this boys' conference over here in the Ozark Highlands. Buffalo's been good, yeah.
Yeah. So,
yeah, Butler coming off great football season last couple years. We're going to see Butler next week. Another scheduling update for you. Tuesday night we'll be up at Butler. That'll be a doubleheader with Clinton and Butler up there. Coach Jackson will be going back to see his old team over there.
Yeah, that is a Clinton game, isn't it?
Next Tuesday, yep.
So, who do I have on the schedule for that? That's me and you?
That is me, you, and Mike as of now, I believe.
If Mike can...
If Mike's available, yeah. Missed free throw there, and ball goes into the backcourt, and it's going to be, looks like a backcourt violation on Windsor, so it's going back over to Sherwood here with 6:30 left to go in the first half. All Sherwood so far, they've led the entire way. Only basket for Windsor was a 3 by Alexis Millington. Here's Riffle, long triple, and she nails it. So that is her second 3. And she reads that one, gets the steal. Well, nice defensive play. And Rebecca going to draw the foul and the basket. Wow. Lily Betzworth going to be called for the foul, but man, Rebecca Riffle doing it all there.
She looked like she wanted to argue with that one, and the coach is over here stating his case.
And Riffle was willing that one to go in, too. That ball kind of hung on the rim a little bit and then got the soft touch. So the three-point play is good. And Sherwood can do no wrong here in this first half. As we're going to get a foul here up on the perimeter. It's going to be going against Sherwood. That's just, well, no, they're up to, actually, they're up to 8 team fouls now. Second personal. Picked up there by Turner as she's going to come out of the ball game. Candace Hill back in for Coach Schrock's team. And the free throw good there for Ava Burkhalter. Or did they wave it off? They called lane violation there. Chris Ramirez is right on point tonight, folks. He is like a hawk out here. 33
Here, I'm going to
3.
give Chris the microphone.
How about Rebecca Riffle? Man, 15-footer. So she's got 13 now in the ball game. So her and McCulloch both in double figures, and we're not even to halftime yet. It was a long 3, no good. Hill gets the rebound. She's going to push the pace the other way. Windsor just cannot do anything offensively here. They've played a little better in the second quarter on defense, but having a tough time getting some shots off in this first half. As Betzworth is going to be fouled as they call the block over there on the right wing. They're going to get Diggs for the foul.
So, Mr. Frazier, I see him bringing a bag of ice. And
yeah, we got an injury down here.
One of the girls came out with that knee injury.
Ouch.
Number 3.
Betzworth going to bank in the front end of the 1-and-1, so one more coming up. So that is the first Windsor point in about 7 minutes. It's been a while since they had that 3 back in the first quarter. I'm going to stay in the 2-3 zone. A riffle inside, right back to her. And they're going to say she was out of bounds. Tried to tightrope that boundary. Couldn't quite stay in there. So Windsor basketball here with under 5 to go before halftime. And there's a steal. Oh, and a foul. Foul at midcourt on the reach in there. So they're going to give the foul. Looks like inside to Chloe Jenkins. And it'll send to the charity stripe here, number 22, Kennedy Diggs. But for a young team, as we said, as a Sherwood team, they've got total total of 6 sophomores, looks like, 3 juniors, 1 senior. They play, again, very well together, as you said earlier, James, for a young team. They definitely, I think you can tell, have been in the gym and worked on their craft, I think, in the summertime. That's how you build camaraderie with a young team. You got to get them in the gym together early, start to build that continuity.
And, you know, some of your better teams, especially in the area, and here's a nice steal.
Yeah, McCulloch has had a huge first half. That's her 7th steal. She's got 15 points to lead all scorers.
Yeah, to be successful, even at the high school level, you've got to play almost year-round. And that's true in about every sport.
Yeah, and at some of these smaller schools, you're going to have young kids play varsity time. You know, you're not going to have the senior depth a lot of times, so that's typical. You get, you know, a lot of these girls have played as freshmen, playing substantial minutes as sophomores as well at the varsity level. So we get a timeout on the floor here. We'll be back with a break as well, back after this.
Help keep this stream alive. Patreon.com/SoundsLikeVideos.
All Sherwood here on their home floor, dominating Windsor 39-4. And we'll have the boys game coming up for you after this one. Glad you could be with us here tonight on Sounds Like Videos for our special coverage here tonight. These 2 area schools. Encourage folks to go to Patreon at Sounds Like Videos, and every little bit counts. No donation is too small.
That's right. That's
We
right.
appreciate it. If you enjoy the content, again, we encourage you to support the channel here, and it allows us to bring you more coverage of high school sports. Again, we typically cover Lakeland and Clinton. Those are our normal teams we follow through the basketball season. Of course, I'm sure a lot of folks are aware of that if you follow us regularly. But tonight, this is something we're doing for Windsor, kind of in particular to try to build support for next season to maybe do more Windsor sports. Certainly James and Mike had a fun time doing Windsor football this year, and James would like to be able to do that again next year and cover Windsor on the football side of things especially. Windsor, of course, having another great football season, coming up short in the playoffs this year to Thayer, of course, but, of course, winning the state title 2 years ago. So foul here. We're going to have some more free throws shot with 3:55 left here before halftime. We'll see who they give the foul to. It's going to be on the 24 of Candace Hill. So it's going to send to the line for Windsor, Ava Burkhalter, freshman guard, missing that first one as Turner back into the game for Sherwood. But McCulloch has 15. Rebecca Riffle has 13 for Sherwood. So they've done a great job offensively, both those players. And both of them have multiple steals as well.
So what class is Sherwood in? Did we figure that out? Are they a class 2?
I believe Sherwood is 2 in basketball.
2 in basketball?
Yeah, they may be 1 in football, but
they are 1 in
football. They are in that league, though. Most of those schools in the Ozark Highlands are 2.
Very nice three-pointer right there. That was number 11.
Yeah, I believe so. That was Kaylee Burkhalter. So 2 threes tonight for Windsor, but they have been having to play from behind the whole way in this one. Going to have an uphill battle in the second half, but you got to just keep trying to chip away.
Well, you look up at the score and you see see all the points put up by Sherwood. But one other thing is they do well is their defense. Windsor has not had very many shots.
And there's a nice driving layup by Tallman. So a little bit of a spark here for Windsor late in this first half. And a 3-point play opportunity coming up here for Tallman as they give the foul to Mackenzie Rufner. So her first team foul. 11 now on the Lady Marksman. And Windsor 2 of 5 though at the free throw line, so they've left a few points on the table right there at the line. And that's going to be important. If Windsor wants to try to come back in this second half, they'll have to find a way to get to the free throw line a little bit more, I think, in the second half and hit some of those shots at the line.
That was a nice steal there by, was that Burkholder? Number 11.
Foul here in the front court. It's going to be picked up by Sherwood. So we're going to give that to Rufner again. So she picks up 2 quick ones there in about a minute. And Lily Betsworth to the line here, missing the first.
And she stepped way back off that line. She was about a foot back.
A little extra distance there.
Well, you shoot from where you're comfortable, I guess. So
Tried to bank the second one in, unable to get that to fall. So Sherwood now with the basketball here as we come down to the end of this first half. There's Connor, swing pass, McCulloch. Hill on the kick out, tracked down out there by Rufner. McCulloch trying to go baseline, good defense there. They cut her off. They had a steal for Windsor, so very good defensive possession there for Windsor, probably their best of the first half. Able to get that stop, force the cutoff as Betsworth misses the 3 from way outside. And it's going to go back over to Sherwood here with 1:59 left to go before half. So Sherwood trying to get to 7-4 with a win here tonight. Again, they did beat Clinton earlier in the year, 52-51 in a crazy game. So they have a couple big wins already on this season. Windsor coming in at 1-10. There's a 3 missing wide left from Hill, but they get the offensive rebound. They reset outside. Turner, top of the circle with it. Going to go to Connor. So they get the reversal and open 3. An air ball for Kanzler, but they get another rebound. Turner able to come up with it. Hill missing, but there's Turner with the follow.
Nice athleticism there.
So coming up on a minute left here in this first half, and there's a foul on Connor trying to go for the steal. So Sherwood's had several fouls. They're well up over 10 team fouls, but they've still been able to maintain this big lead. Certainly hasn't affected them in the score column. And Windsor's hit 2 of 6 free throws so far, and the first one there bounces out for Kaylee Burkhalter, junior guard here at the line. And Sherwood's had this stretch here at the end of this first half, James, where they've scored most of their points without Rebecca Riffle, who's their leading scorer coming into the game, averaging about 15 a game. And of course, the leading scorer tonight in the game is McCulloch for Sherwood. So they've had quite a bit of offensive output, really, without Riffle shooting it much from the outside. And there's a travel in the backcourt on Windsor. Travel on Tallman, so it's going to go back to Sherwood. Final 45 seconds here of the first half. Well, they had a chance on the offensive rebound again, but a tie-up inside. Jump will keep it with Sherwood. Looks like underneath. McCulloch will throw it in down on the low baseline here. They set that double high screen. Popping out in the corner and then traveling with it is Hill. That's where she should have just caught that ball off that screen, just went ahead and shot that. Instead tried to put it on the floor. Did a little bit too much there. Called for the walk. That's a rare turnover for Sherwood, though. They've only turned it over 5 times here in this first half, which is a very, very low number for sure.
Oh, they're doing a good job, keeping control of the ball. They don't take risky passes. Maybe a little bit more here in this late in the second half, but
Windsor
very good ball control.
Yeah, Windsor going to have an opportunity here for the final shot, possibly. 19.8 left here in the first half. Tallman, long lob pass underneath. Oh, and a clean block. Was some contact there, but they said Jenkins had it blocked. They come out of the pack with it. Here's Riffle the other way. Layup is good. Good body control in the open floor there for Rebecca, and that adds to it. 43-9. Sherwood putting on a clinic here in the first half. Down to 4 seconds. Tallman inside. Jenkins gets it to go off the glass just before the buzzer. So that'll give a little spark for Windsor going in the second half, but they're going to have a large deficit to try and overcome. 43-11. Sherwood all over Windsor here at the half.
So I heard them announce that they're going to do a 3-point competition.
Uh-oh, you didn't enter this? How come you didn't enter that?
Well, I didn't find out until after the broadcast started.
Oh, okay. So
is that going to be during the boys' game? Okay.
Yeah, Chris is just on point again, so he's letting us know about that, and we'll maybe try to see if we can pick that up and video that if we can.
Yeah, let's do that.
If they do that, possibly we think they're going to do that at the half of the boys' game, so we might be able to show that here. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and take a break here at halftime, and we'll be back for second half action, so stay with us here on Sounds Like Videos.
We protect more than the car you drive. We protect the dreams that drive you. The It's Not Where We Visit, but Who We Visit policy from American Family Insurance.
End of the road trip.
Protect yourself on the road with the Travel Peace of Mind package, included when you enroll in the Know Your Drive program.
CARLA MOBERLY Agency, American Family Insurance.
Delicious.
I'm Brian Bauer, creator of CarCrazyFurniture.com, where we strive to give each customer a piece of furniture that will last for generations and become a statement piece in your home or business. Our handmade products include beds, desks, liquor bars, benches, TV stands, and much, much more. But we don't stop there. Our only limitation is your imagination. So visit us today at CarCrazyFurniture.com and let us create your statement piece of furniture.
Help keep this stream alive. Patreon.com/SoundsLikeVideos.
I'm a Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent. I'm for working hard for what you get and then protecting what you've got. Your home, your vehicles, your life. I'm for making an honest living and taking pride in what you do, and for giving back to the community I call home. I'm for serving my clients with the respect and dignity you would expect from the farmers that started this company. And though I know you probably hope you never need me, I'm here for you when you do. I'm a Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent, and if you're a Missourian, I'm for you.
We protect more than the car you drive. We protect the dreams that drive you. The It's Not Where We Visit, but Who We Visit policy from American Family Insurance.
End of the road trip.
Protect yourself on the road with a travel peace of mind package, included when you enroll in the Know Your Drive program.
CARLA MOBERLY Agency, American Family Insurance.
Delicious.
I'm Brian Bauer, creator of CarCrazyFurniture.com, where we strive to give each customer a piece of furniture that will last for generations and become a statement piece in your home or business. Our handmade products include beds, desks, liquor bars, benches, TV stands, and much, much more. But we don't stop there. Our only limitation is your imagination. So visit us today at CarCrazyFurniture.com and let us create your statement piece of furniture.
Help keep this stream alive. Patreon.com/Sounds Like Videos.
I'm a Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent. I'm for working hard for what you get and then protecting what you've got. Your home, your vehicles, your life. I'm for making an honest living and taking pride in what you do, and for giving back to the community I call home. I'm for serving my clients with the respect and dignity you would expect from the farmers that started this company. And though I know you probably hope you never need me, I'm here for you when you do. I'm a Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent, and if you're a Missourian, I'm for you.
We protect more than the car you drive. We protect the dreams that drive you. The It's Not Where We Visit, but Who We Visit policy from American Family Insurance.
End of the road trip.
Protect yourself on the road with the Travel Peace of Mind package, included when you enroll in the Know Your Drive program.
CARLA Moberly Agency, American Family Insurance.
And welcome back. Start of the third period here. I'm here with Spencer Edwards.
Yeah, as you can see, all Sherwood so far, and we'll see if Windsor can kind of start chipping away here a little bit in this second half. But Sherwood really solid first half of basketball at both ends of the floor. 3 players in double figures. Turned Windsor over 13 times there. So Windsor just going to have to find a way to get some of that offensive consistency going. But certainly as well as Sherwood has played here, James, in this game, it's going to be hard to get back into this one. This deep of a deficit is get a nice deflected pass there from Chancellor.
Now, earlier we seen Millington sitting here on the sidelines icing up a knee.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, she didn't play most that first half. She hit the 3 very early in the game for Windsor, and then, as you said, they were attending to her. So we'll see if she's able to play a bigger chunk of this second half. If she's going to take a jumper here and misses that short, rebound into the hands of Sherwood. That's the other thing in this game, too, is the Lady Marksmen have done a great job as we get a foul there. They've done a great job rebounding the basketball at both ends of the floor, but particularly the offensive side of things. They have controlled the glass and really all 3 phases of the game. They have been very, very good. Of course, when you see a lead this big, you would expect that. Kennedy Diggs at the line here and hits the first free throw as they gave that foul to Millington. So that was her second personal, first team foul on Windsor here in the second half. Again, the boys' game will be coming up next. Windsor and Sherwood. Be a interesting matchup there in that one. And again, this is a non-conference game here tonight for Windsor. Windsor in the K-Singer Conference, I believe now.
I believe that conference is changing.
Well, they're going to combine, I think, what was the old K-Singer with some of what was, I think, the old I-70 conference. So you're going to have like Lincoln and Colcamp and Windsor, I think, are going to go into a league with a couple of those other northern teams next year in football, I know for sure. Wellington,
Adrian
Napoleon.
will be in the football.
Adrian, yes.
Even though Adrian will stay in the WEMO conference for all the other sports.
Right.
Though.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure Windsor is still in the K-Singer in basketball because you still have most of those schools in the K-Singer, most of which obviously don't have football in the old K-Singer conference. Stover, Lamont, Sacred Heart. I guess Sacred Heart did have football at one time. I think they still do, but they may be at 8-man now.
Yeah, that is an 8-man. Speaking of 8-man, I've heard that Misha is now changed how many players you have to have or attendance or something like that, where more schools can actually qualify to play 8-man.
Okay.
So,
yeah, and that's the thing with football, not to get off on a big football tangent here, but
that's all right.
It's certainly these smaller schools. You're seeing that happen now. And as we said, the WEMO dried up in football. A lot of those schools went to 8-man, and that's why Adrian, one of the few 11-man teams left in football, having to change and get into a different conference. As we get a rebound here for Windsor. But yeah, some of these smaller schools just don't have the numbers, and I think that's going to become more and more popular. You're going to see more of that 8-man football probably next year as McCulloch. Man, she has just been unbelievable defensively.
So with that change, and I apologize staying on football here, but could Sherwood actually drop down to 8-man?
Oh, it's very possible. Yeah, I mean, Sherwood's one of those schools that, could be on that line, potentially. But Coach Carney over here, I think he's going to stick with it, and they're going to try to build this program up. And Coach Carney personally, he's a veteran head coach, of course, over here, and I think he's going to try to get them competitive, and they'll try to stay 11 if they can. As we get a deflection here, a steal for Windsor. We'll see if they can take advantage of it. There's a shot off the glass, and it goes down for Kaylee Burkhalter. So that'll cut into the lead a little bit here.
We're seeing a few sparks here from Windsor.
Yeah, and that's where you can try to get a few sparks, is at the defensive side And Sherwood's got to get Riffle going, though. She misses that shot, but there is McCulloch having a monster game. 18 points for her now as she gets the follow. And also 11 steals, so a double-double out there for Sadie McCulloch, just a sophomore. And I think Sherwood is without another one of their guards tonight. They're actually not playing with Jaden Simons, because I remember her a few weeks ago in the Clinton game.
Now, Simons, I was talking to Mr. Frazier. I think she is out for the rest of the season with an injury.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, so that's a big loss for them. Yeah, she's one of their more experienced players, one of the 5 juniors on this team, but that is a big loss for them. But it shows you they have the ability to get some other players to step up, though, and fill her void tonight.
Well, these Sherwood girls, I mean, they've got depth. You can even see some of the girls coming off the bench having success.
There's Talman with the second free throw at miss short. Windsor has struggled at the line tonight, just 3 of 8 at the charity stripe. Here's McCulloch. Boy, good body control. Got bumped, but she hung on to the ball somehow and finishes with the shot.
Yeah.
So 51-13, Sherwood pouring it on here with 4 minutes left in the third quarter. Just look how good a defense, though. McCulloch, she stays balanced and just boom, that quick reach in, pops that ball loose. Now she's going to have another shot here. Instead, dishes it off. Great unselfish pass, and the layup is good for Kennedy Diggs.
So the highlight reel from this is going to be all Sherwood.
It's going to be a lot of number 10 for Sherwood, too.
So she's going to have her own highlight reel. But, we're happy and proud to do that for these girls and also the boys later on.
Well, there's McCulloch diving on the floor again.
And jumps right up.
Bounces up. A foul is called. We're going to get a foul called on, I believe, Daniel Ashby diving for that. Both players going for the ball with great effort there.
These girls and these boys, football, basketball, doesn't matter what sport it is. I mean, they dedicate a big part of their lives to do this so that people can come out here and cheer them on. It's not just practice. They've also got to do their schoolwork, and then a lot of these other, they're involved in other extra activities as well.
Going to get a foul.
And those types of things.
Going to get a foul here on Puchon out top, so that's going to be her second personal. She's coming down to the end of this third quarter here, 3 minutes to go. And Sherwood has led the entire game in this one by double digits most of the way as the deflected pass there from Connor. He's going to keep it with Sherwood. Sherwood did lose their last game out big to Butler, who is one of the better teams. I think the Butler Lady Bears, who we will see next week when they play Clinton, are probably the second best girls team in this league. Obviously, everybody's looking up at El Dorado Springs in this Ozark Highlands League on the girls' side. There's a 3-ball, good for Candace Hill.
Nothing but net.
Nothing but the bottom of the twine there. 3 threes tonight for Sherwood. 56-13. Well, you don't see a lead this big too often. As we're going to get a whistle here, and I think Connor going to tie the shoe up there. Ashby will throw it inbounds. And a turnover for Windsor. Scott, the last to touch it. Be fun to see Lakeland tomorrow night. Again, scheduling update. We're back with our normal schedule. Lakeland will be hosting Archie. WeMo conference action for you tomorrow night.
Now, those Archie girls, that's a good team. They went pretty deep last year in the playoffs. They did fall to Adrian in the WeMo conference championship game. Fourth quarter of that, we watched that game.
Yeah,
couldn't get anything to drop.
Yeah, it was a good ball game between them and Adrian in that one. And of course, the Lakeland boys lost their first game of the season a couple weeks ago down at Bolivar
College Christian Heights.
Okay,
I think, is who they
out
were.
of Joplin. You're telling me, yeah. So that's the first L this year for Coach Collins' team. But they rolled over Drexel
I'm going to take credit for that loss because we weren't there to cover them.
Yeah.
So they lost.
Yeah, that's right. You jinxed them. So we want hate mail to be sent to @jameshinkle.com. I'm sure Coach Collins will be one of the first ones to let you know about that.
Now, I was talking to some of the guys, and they said that these guys, that they just had a lot of height.
Yeah.
And
well, and that's the thing I love about Coach Collins is they'll go down and play some good teams. They've participated in that SBU event for several years now, and they always go down and play another good team from usually the southern part of the state. And, they're not afraid to go down there. They've lost some of those games, but they've also won some of those games down there. As there's a layup that goes down and a foul for Scott. So that'll be a good kind of little wake-up call for them. They're not going to have any problems in the WEMO. They do have a big one coming up with Skyline. I think that's next week at home.
Of course, Skyline's has struggled a little bit this year.
Skyline's not as good, I think, as we thought at the beginning of the year. So I think Lakeland, you got to figure boys will be favored in that game. But, Skyline, is going to come up, and they'll be able to probably give them a game, maybe for a half. I'm going to go ahead and give my prediction, I guess, on that. But that is on our schedule, so I think that is the 20th. So that's coming up next week.
I see Lakeland coming out on top on this one, but not by a huge margin.
Yeah, it may be close, but, they might get them out to 20 in the second half. That's kind of how Lakeland goes. Sometimes they let a few teams hang around that first half a little bit, and then they get to everything opened up, but they really got back to business against Drexel. They beat Fairplay also earlier this week, so Coach Collins' team's already rebounded with 2 wins and will be looking for a third tomorrow night as they host the Whirlwinds right here on Sounds Like Videos. We get a foul here down on the baseline. I believe they gave that to Chloe Jenkins. So that was her second as Connor unable to hang on to it. McCullough knocks it down, so that'll give her 22 in the game tonight.
She's difficult to defend when she can make moves like that.
Man, she's been very, very solid in this one at both ends of the floor. There's another steal. Here's Turner. Good bounce pass up ahead. McCullough misses that one. A rare miss on the open shot. And then we're going to get a whistle and a foul underneath. Over the back foul coming up here on Sherwood. So that'll be the third personal on Mackenzie Rufner. 4th team foul. Final 30 seconds here of the third quarter. And they're going to call the block along the baseline on Connor. As Ashby trying to drive it to the basket there. Ashby going to throw it inbounds. Underneath as well. And Ashby losing the footing there. Jenkins comes up with it, and a foul inside before the shot. And they're going to give it, looks like, to the 15 there of Rufner. So she's going to be probably the first player to foul out in this game. It's going to be 4 on her. She picks up 2 really quick there again. She had 2 really quick fouls on her back-to-back in the first half as well. Connor, good job, rips away the rebound there for Sherwood. Well, I can't remember that game, James, earlier. It may have been the Clinton-Sherwood girls game we had where we had 4 or 5 players foul out. I mean, it was just one of those unusual games where both teams had several players. I can't remember if that one was it or not, but we're down to the 4th quarter here in this one, and Sherwood on their way to the W. We'll be back with the final 8 right after this on Sounds Like Videos.
Help keep this stream alive. Patreon.com/SoundsLikeVideos.
Welcome back to Sherwood High School. Spencer Edwards, James Hinkle, Chris Ramirez. Glad you could be with us here as we go to the 4th quarter. Want to thank our outstanding sponsors. Would not be possible without them, as you see on your screen. Also, check us out on Patreon. Become a member at Sounds Like Videos. Again, we appreciate all of the support. Would not be possible without our sponsors and our viewers as well. Bringing you special coverage tonight of 2 area schools, Sherwood and Windsor. And The Lady Marksmen have played an exceptional game from start to now into this fourth quarter.
So this should be a fairly quick fourth quarter.
Yeah, clock will be running here. Yeah. So this is one of those games where, Sherwood just got off to such a quick start. Windsor got behind big early. They had some long stretches in that first half without scoring. I think actually Windsor had a 7-minute stretch there at one point without a bucket in that first quarter, or first half, I should say, as Rebecca Riffle draws the foul. So she'll be, or wait a minute here. Oh, they called the foul on Riffle inside. So Betworth will go to the line, shooting 2 here for Windsor. Almost got the roll. So Riffle got number 3 on that foul. Betsworth almost got her own miss. Scott comes up with it. She misses. And the rebound to guess who? Sadie McCullough, who has been the MVP of this game tonight. Double-double, almost a triple-double. And she's got double digits in rebounds, 22 points, 11 rebounds. Almost has a double, or has a triple-double with the steals. She's got 9 steals. So that'd be pretty impressive if she could get a triple-double. Don't see that too often, really. As we get a foul in the lane here, McCulloch's going to draw a foul, and she'll be at the line. So she's going to have a chance to get a couple more here at the charity stripe. Foul is picked up by Tallman. First free throw no good as Ava Burkhalter back in for Windsor. Coming in for Tallman. So we'll have a little bit of a break in between games here. We'll be back in about 5 to 10 minutes after this one is over for the start of the boys' game. Jenkins almost traveled there, gets it across. There's Ashby in the corner. Good pass into Betsworth, and she'll draw the foul. And is that on Rufner? Yep, she's the first player to foul out in this game. So fouls out with 2 points in the contest. Fifth team foul on Sherwood. Again, the clock stays running here with the mercy rule in effect. Good rebound there, but they're going to say it's knocked out by Sherwood. Scott able to come up with that board, so Jenkins going to throw it in on the far boundary here. All Sherwood tonight in this one. This one, a no-doubter as we get a jump. Tie-up force there by Chancellor. So under 5 to go. This win is going to get Sherwood to 7-4 on the season. Just going to check their schedule and see if they've already played El Dorado or not. But certainly that's going to be a tough game for them. Certainly always going to be a tough game, whoever is playing El. No, they already played them, and they lost 60-28. Yeah. So they played El Dorado back on December the 10th. But they've got games coming up against Buffalo, at Leeton. That'll be a tough one for them. And then they play El Dorado again, it looks like, on February 14th. And then they close out the regular season against Warsaw on the 15th. So definitely, I think, a chance, James, for this Sherwood team to pick up some more wins, I think, moving forward. Even though you've got a couple tough ones there with Eldo and Leeton. And as far as Windsor goes, they've got at Cole Camp next, at home against Archie, then at home against Northwest, then at Lincoln. Then they got the K-Singer Conference Tournament there in Sedalia, and that'll take place the last week of January.
Where do they play that?
I believe that's at State Fair.
State Fair?
Up there in Sedalia, or at least it has been in the past.
I haven't been over there.
It's a good tournament. It's
Okay.
it's that K-Singer Conference. It's not quite what it used to be, but there's always still some good basketball. It's a traditional basketball league with a lot of those small schools in it, and a lot of those schools, of course, are primarily basketball schools anyway. They don't have football programs, so that'll be another good event, I think, this year. A lot of tournaments get going, of course, at the end of January. Of course, the Lakeland Girls tournament at the end of January, or the Lakeland Girls are in the Osceola tournament, I should say, at the end of January. We've got the Clinton tournament, of course, coming up at the end of January. Lakeland boys will be participating in that. So a lot of basketball still ahead. As we get a timeout here on the floor, we're going to get a timeout called by Windsor. So 2:56 to go in the ball game. We'll be back right after this here on Sounds Like Videos.
Help keep this stream alive. Patreon.com/SoundsLikeVideos.
Final 2:56 here in this one. Sherwood with a big lead. They've got 3 players in double figures tonight, James Hinkle. It's been really impressive to watch. I know Coach Schrock got to be very pleased with how his team has performed, and this is a good bounce-back game for them because they got blown out by Butler last week in their last game, but here tonight they've been very good.
Yeah, and they're doing it with without one of their players has gone down with an injury. Was that Simon?
Simons, yeah, Jaden Simons.
So
yeah,
doing well there, even without one of their. But that's what it takes more than one person, and we've all seen this, especially in high school ball. You've got one guy that can play, and then you're surrounded by guys that are just average, and it's hard to put together a good basketball team just around one person. You need the whole team.
Ashby out top, and Jenkins now with it. Almost travel. Oh, they called the jump. Tie up by Riffle. So it will stay with Windsor. But no, you're exactly right, James. And, and the other thing, too, is this year you got, the COVID still in play, so you've got kids that are having to miss time for that, and also injuries. So it's up and down. We've seen that with the Clinton boys. They haven't had really a consistent 5 available every night. So that's just how it's going to be this year, where you're going to have players go down, and you're going to have other kids step up on short notice kind of thing. It's just the way it is. And, some teams adjust better to that than others. I mean, that's just the way it is.
Yeah. And, Sherwood, they've had one of their players go down. But as you can see here, they're still very good. And
and Ashby, there you can see, takes the mask off, and she's, I think, had enough as a foul committed there. It'll be her 4th. So to the line will be Connor for Sherwood. Yeah, it's one of those games. It's a tough game, for Windsor to stay in it. But Coach Mays, I think, is going to continue to work with his team. It's been a tough year for them. Just 1-10 on the year, but they're young. They've just got to continue to get better, and you kind of just throw the record out. You just have to focus on trying to improve week to week, and that's where you go out and practice and try to continue to get better. And I think Windsor's down a couple players as well. It seems like they're missing a few players that I remember that they had back when they've actually played Lakeland early in the season. So they may be dealing with some injuries as well. We haven't seen Harley Arnold tonight. I think she's one of those that is missing in this game. She's a junior. As free throws here for Jenkins. Jenkins got the second. So final 28 seconds here of the ball game. And again, stay with us. We'll be coming back for the boys' game here in about 10 minutes or so. Good high-low. Connor into Turner. Misses the shot. Jenkins the rebound with 7 seconds. And there's a block by Connor, and that will do it. Sherwood, big win tonight, 59-18 as they go to 7-4. Windsor will fall to 1-11. That'll do it for our coverage on the girls' side of things. We'll be back with the boys' game, so stay with us right here for your home for high school sports. Sounds like videos.